What's up, YouTube? Sub-Zero here with another episode of Jungle Kingdom. This time we are watching Rogues Inspired play Graves Jungle. He's opted into the Flash plan as opposed to the Ignite plan, so we'll see how that goes for him. I know there's a lot of controversy about whether, you should go Ignite on Graves, Flash on Graves. Ignite's been shown up more in pro play. It's also, sort of dominating solo queue. Tarzan, the big proponent of it, as far as I know. I mean, I don't watch the content that much because he's kind of toxic. In any case, I wanted to check out this game from Inspired to see this Flash perspective onto the Graves plan, and he's actually just going to walk up, get a free ward here, and then back. Really just absolutely free. I mean, looks like the Elise swapped over to Red Trinket. She popped down a ward over here, so kind of an aggressive take on this early ward shenanigans. So interesting to see. Now she'll know if Graves, he does the Raptors, if he kites up here, she won't really be able to see his invade this way because he could just jump over the wall if he did red to her blue. So kind of an interesting ward here. I'm not sure exactly what it's meant to see. It's interesting. In any case, Inspired's going to start red buff. So we can speed up a little bit, speed through this jungle clear. Elise is starting the enemy red buff, so both of them on red, and we'll see where they go from there. Elise is just going to go straight to her blue buff, perhaps out of fear that he'll invade, or just because she wants to get an early gank off onto the bot lane, perhaps. Don't want to have that camera keep on. We're just going to lock it to Inspired, and Elise doing the blue buff, Inspired, full clear in his bot side, so very Graves versus Elise. It's very indicative of how the matchup tends to play out. Elise hits level 3 early, is looking for a fight. Her team is just absolutely shoving into the enemy jungle. The only issue here is that Inspired's already cleared his entire bot side, so if his bot lane does not die to this gank, he's looking great. That being said, Elise is a great diver. The Senna's taking a lot of damage, and she is going to go down. There's actually going to be a fight breaking out in top lane too, but at the end of the day, it's going to be one kill so far. Elise looking like she's going to go down here, so it's going to be a 2-for-1 with Inspired just focusing on full farming his jungle, getting all the farm that he can, picking up the Scuttle Crab here, and after the solo kill happened top lane, his team's looking pretty good. Now he's looking for an invade here. He's a level up on the Elise, but she's gotten the back off, so she has her completed jungle item. She's going to smite away the camp, so Inspired not going to be too happy, but he's going to say, okay, well, based on the pathing I knew she took, he knew that she cleared 3 camps and then went into her bot lane if he looked at her CS. He knows that this camp must be up so he can take this away, and also look for a potential dive top lane, playing well around the vision there, knowing that Saus is not going to get vision until now. He's going to help clear it out, and looks like a dive's not going to occur here, based on how they're positioning. So, looks like Graves is just going to back out here, spend some of that gold, finally get that first back off. He's actually in a little bit of a sticky spot there, but he's going to be able to pick up Skirmisher's Saber plus a longsword and go back to that good farming life of a Graves. Farm some more camps. He's only up 7 CS on the Elite, which, I mean, I say only. Elise is a good farmer as well, but she's a much better ganker, I would say, so it makes sense that he's up some farm. He's coming to bot lane for a lane gank, which is actually going to end up being a counter gank versus this Elise, so this is really slick. Elise is walking up trying to take this fight, but a quick E out of Leona is almost just going to completely pop that Kalista, and she's going to end up dying to Leona. Then another stun is going to get this Brand very low. Not low enough. This Elise is just going to take some damage here and look for another fight, but a flash in from Inspired is going to pick up the double kill after the flash away from Elise. Really nice flash in to get the Q off on the tower there. And now he just has to look at this Zed that's coming up, who is level 6, has ultimate up. The Leona knows that she's just got to go in here to make room for Inspired, and he's going to get some damage off, get a couple autos off. Zed's going to poof back to his shadow, and can he get out of here? The entire team's collapsing on him. Most likely he's going to die. Inspired and Lecky C using the buddy system, but it's not going to be enough. A shutdown onto Leona is going to happen. Lexic? Is that what it is? I don't watch Gambit's games. And this Brand walking up is actually going to get caught out here. So, as is Korean solo queue, these games are very aggressive, and you can just see JG difference being typed in all chat here. Inspired picking up another kill, and you gotta imagine he says warrior completed here. Does he have anything else? Yep, he's got a ruby crystal after that, so not prioritizing the boots. He says, I'd rather have those combat stats, rather have that health, so I'm tanky. He picks up the ruby crystal. Now he's got a ton of camps up here. We'll see which ones he opts to farm, because he's pretty strong. So we'll see how much he wants to farm versus just look for fights. He picks up the red buff here, and immediately, as I'm saying, looks for a fight. This Brand is walking far up in a team that's very strong, and that's just going to be another kill over to Inspired. He is now 5-0 at 8 minutes, so looking very nice. A kill goes over top lane there, so not the end of the world, but oh my goodness, if this Brand dies again, it's going to be a nightmare. Inspired chilling here, saying that he believes someone's going to walk up for this blue buff, and now he's just going to start it. So that's going to be blue buff for him. Very nice. He does not see this here. Oh, no, he does. He does see the Zed now. And the Leona flashing in here is going to make this play possible. She's going to pick up another kill, the Leona carry this game. The Senna ult's going to come through and actually pick up a kill along with the Lissandra onto that Zed there. And that's going to mean free dragon for Inspired. He knows that everybody's dead here, except for the Elise, but that she cannot contest this entire team that's down here. And another solo kill going down top lane. Honestly, I could watch this game and just analyze what's going on top lane, because it seems very entertaining. There's solo kills going back and forth. Seems like an interesting job. In any case, Inspired full clearing his jungle now. He knows that top lane's not going to be doing too much after that solo kill. He's just going to push the Waven in the back probably, so he has time to full clear his jungle. He saw his bot lane recalled. He's probably sitting on a good amount of gold here, but he actually wants to pick up this Rift Herald here. Top lane still isn't backed yet, and top lane is going to go pick up that ward here. But the enemy top, you know, I mean, he died, but that is a recall. So there is chances of a fight to occur here, and Elise is walking up just a little bit late, and this pushing Lissandra is going to bully her off of walking into the river there. So that's going to be Herald done. And you got to believe Inspired's sitting on a good amount of gold here, but he's looking for a gank here because he knows he can. Sylas is going to take some damage. Going to almost pick up the Ornn there, but one more auto from Inspired. And how much gold is he looking at? Almost 2,000. So he went into that gank with 1,700 gold. Solo kill comes out for mid lane. That's going to get traded back. And this tower is looking at just about the sweet spot for putting down a Rift Herald. If you guys don't know, you want it to be about 2.5 plates is what Herald will kill. And the later plates are the stronger ones. So boom, Herald's going to come in here. And pick off those last tough plates, so he's getting maximum value out of that Rift Herald, getting the tower here. And as we say this, a fight's breaking out bot lane, but it's not... I was going to say it's not looking great for the red team. They're going to end up picking up a 2-4-2, and Elise walking in here. Maxlor's going to hit the... Oh my goodness. Elise is just going to repel up, and then her Spiderlings are going to let her out. So... at the end of the day, 3 for 2. However, Inspired's gotten the back off, has picked up a full Edge of Night, a longsword, and Boots of Speed. Sold that Ruby Crystal? I guess? Am I freaking out? I guess he sold that Ruby Crystal to get this nice back he's got here. He said, okay, you know what, I'm so fed, I'm going Edge of Night this game. So, potentially a lesson here of Edge of Night as a snowballing item, especially versus, I mean, versus Elise, it makes a lot of sense. Versus Sylas, versus Brand, there's a lot of champions that you want to block their abilities on this comp, so it makes sense for him to pick up that Edge of Night. And he's going to pick up some of this farm right now. Now, a potential fight breaking out in the mid lane. He is walking up with his bot lane, looking for a fight. That Edge of Night's going to put in some work there and stop that Brand W, and he's just going to eat these wards for breakfast. Look at his vision control. 16! Oh my goodness! He's a vision god! 18! He's got more vision control than the support! He's putting in that work into the vision control, putting into that work getting the kills, putting into that work farming. It's honestly an all-star game from Inspired here. He's going to pick up their red buff and then look to fight again. Elise looking for potentially an invade here, but there's nothing invade since Inspired's full cleared, and she is really gonna have a bad time when she realizes there is nothing up here other than top lane, and Inspired is looking for a dive onto bot lane, who've just been bullied off the tower. So this is gonna mean free plates for the bot lane. A pink ward here means that Inspired probably can't dive, but he is gonna get a blue buff here. Really nice timing on the blue buff, knowing when that's gonna be up, so now he can take that again. He's just got free reign over these blue buffs. And farm is being denied bot, while bot's down a little bit of farm. They're still doing great when you look at the fact that they're getting 2 tower plates here, even though they've already lost 2. So, I mean, honestly, this is just kind of getting the bot lane up to speed, getting them to be almost as strong as the other bot lane. And engage here is gonna mean that Kalista blows her cleanse. It means that Inspired can walk up and take this Gromp. He is all about the farm this game and is going to smite that away from the Kalista Rend. And now the Dragon's up. Elise is still topside. They managed to get that tower up there, but at what cost? Because this Dragon looks like it's going to go down to Inspired, so he's just going to start smacking that thing, going to get the kill onto the Dragon, and then is going to get out of there. And Zed doesn't manage to go in on bot lane, so no harm, no foul. But is going to walk up through mid lane and just take the full brunt of Inspired's damage. My goodness, he almost gets one shot. Inspired barely just doesn't kill him, but he is going to have to limp back to base after that. That is what a Fed Graves can do. He just barely didn't get that kill. Maybe if he had Ignite, if you know what I'm saying. In any case, he's going to pick up the blue buff here. Going to pick up the Wolves here, and he's sitting on 1,600 gold. Gotta imagine a back is coming at some point, but it seems like Inspired is not someone who likes to back prematurely. He likes to sit on a bunch of gold. And right now he's going to pick up a top, or a mid tower. So that's mid tower dead, as the interesting fights going on in the bot lane that really I don't have all the time to analyze, but it ends up being a 3 for 3, so Inspired's feeling great. He got to farm out mid lane, get a tower, and his bot lane and mid lane went even down there. And now he's going to farm up Elise's jungle. Look at this CS difference. He's up 60 CS on the Elise. That is just gross. He's going to get the back in here on 2,500 gold almost. Pick up the last Whisper and Zerkers? Wow. This is an aggressive Graves build. You'll see some Graves go into things like Death's Dance, go into things like defensive boots. Not the case with Inspired. He's farming a camp here, and now is just going to watch this fight happen bot lane. We've already seen a couple of kills get traded out, but now it's looking to be a full-on team fight. Silas looking to go in here, but once Inspired dashes in and hits Q and ult onto 2 people, it's just lights out. Really doing a great job of team fighting on the champ, and gonna pick up the brand there. Man, that was just hard carried by Inspired. He blew up everyone in the fight that died there. That was incredible. So he's going to take that lead, push it into a tower mid, get some CS. Fight's breaking out in the bot lane. Inspired says, I don't really care that much about that. I'm just going to push towers, similar to what he did mid lane. So interesting to see what he did for the first tier 1 mid. He trusts in his team to not completely int it. So if he's actually going to sort of do a split pushy Graves style, he's pushing down towers while his team takes up kills bot lane. I mean, he's getting a ton of farm this way, and now he sees these camps on the top tower come back up, so he on respawn is going to steal Elise's camps again while a fight's going on bot lane. So see Ornn potentially going down there, definitely going down there. He says, okay, well, if there's a fight going on here, maybe I can push mid lane. They're doing a lot of hard engage on the bot lane, so I mean, look at the autos. Those are chunking the towers down, and there's still a fight going around bot lane. So he's going to get a ton of damage on that tower, going to end up backing out. But a really good job from him to... Oh my god! to pop the Zed. And now a dash in from the Elise. He's not going to go down to his Q, so I bet she's happy about that. But my goodness, it's a madman. Let's look what his gold's at. He's sitting at almost 3k now. I mean, look at his gold. He's sitting at over 11,000. Next highest this game is, it's his mid lane at 8,200. He is absolutely hard carrying on this Braves. It's kind of insane. I'm going to pick up this Herald here, and You know, if this was a game of Korean solo queue, I would probably see the surrender vote come in here. But it looks like in European solo queue, and EU West at least, they want to play their games out a little bit longer. So, as we've seen from Inspired in the past, he's definitely not one to back. He's going to say, okay, I'm going to farm my entire jungle here while my team takes a fight. He trusts in them to win the fight, and he's just going to farm up his jungle and then do the dragon. Almost there, but looks like this is just going to be the end of the fight going on mid lane. They picked up a 1-for-1 in middle. The Ornn getting stunned up is kind of sad, so they can't continue to engage on here. I mean, it's a pretty big Ornn, and we see Inspired back here. He just has no regard for his team's life. He's saying, I'm not doing this crazy stuff you guys are doing. I'm getting out of there. So he backed off, bought a full Phantom Dancer. Of course, because he's got money. And he's looking to fight here. The smoke screen comes out, the Senna ult comes out, and you know it, the Graves ult can just pick up that kill. Easy peasy, just has to line the skill shot up, and he does not miss. So Inspired's going to pick up another kill, almost level 16 on this Graves. I mean, look at the enemy mid laner. He's level 12, even his top laner is level 13. Insanity, a nice knock-up here onto the Brand is going to force his flash out. And remember, Inspired has this Rift Herald here, so he can potentially look to drop that and force a tower take here. He's just walking in the enemy team here. Not the most tanky in the world, but with the Phantom Dancer, he definitely has some heft to him. Little bit of a fight coming out here. Inspired says, I want the red buff, and now I'll kill you, thank you. He's just dashing in. His autos are one-shotting people. Another auto, another kill. That is a triple kill for Inspired. He is just making it look easy on this Graves. It's absolutely insane, and the surrender vote is finally going to come out at 21 minutes. So just a clinic put on by Inspired showing what you can do on Graves when you have an early game lead and how to accomplish that lead. Some things that I thought were really interesting this game, some key takeaways. I really thought it was interesting how Inspired pushed towers on Graves when he had the lead, and how little he spent grouping with his team. He really spent a lot of time saying, what's efficient is me farming jungle camps. I'm just going to hard farm my jungle. If my team does something stupid, they're going to die. Or I'm just going to hard push mid. And if my team does something stupid, they're going to die. But I know I'm going to get this lead, and then I'm going to hard carry team fights. Like he did over here with this incredibly huge Graves queue. And then him just running down the Brand here. Or like he did here in that triple kill we just saw at the end of the game. So it's really interesting to see the style of jungle, which is very different from a lot of the Korean solo queue junglers that we were watching earlier, who would just go in, fight with their team, fight with their team, fight with their team, do every skirmish. Inspired doing a really good job of farming up and getting really strong and then hard carrying. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like the video, comment down below if you have any comments on it, or if you'd like to see a specific champion or player. Subscribe, of course, to my YouTube helps a lot, and follow me on Twitch. I am live right now is the time of recording this. Obviously, if you're watching on YouTube, I might be live. I'm not necessarily live. But if you check me out, twitch.tv/Subzero, live the afternoons, at least in America, on schedule is Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday are the days I'm guaranteeing. I've said, so I'll try to hold myself to that. And Twitter, well. So yeah, go click all those buttons. It makes me very good, and I will see you guys next.